Hey everyone, good morning. I am super excited for this video. Hopefully you'll find it interesting. I really don't know what to expect, but I've been looking forward to this, so let's just hop into it. I recently saw this course launch, vim.so, which is a interactive Vim exercise course, basically. Maybe some of you know, but probably a lot of you don't know that my very first YouTube video on my own channel was a Vim video, so teaching you how to use Vim. And so Vim and like Vim courses in particular have a very soft spot in my heart because it's how I got started teaching stuff online. So I'm just going to go through a couple exercises in this course and just kind of show you how it works. I'll put a link to it in the description, and a shout out to the creator Kenneth. I reached out to him on Twitter and asked if I could play around with it and just kind of see what it's like, and he sent me access to it. And so it's not like sponsored or anything like that. I just wanted to kind of check it out, and I'm going to give you kind of my honest, review of it, and you'll just see me kind of go through it and see what it looks like. Okay, so I signed in and now I'm here at the dashboard. And so it looks like these are the available lessons right now. We have Vim Introduction, Learn Why Vim is Powerful with a quick video intro from the vim.so creator. I'm going to say vim.so, I guess is how I don't know what the right. Basic navigation, command basics, insertion, append, deletion, word level navigation. So there's a lot of different stuff here. Before I jump into that, let me tell you a little bit about like my Vim experience level. So like I said, I made videos of Vim, so I consider myself to be like not an expert, but like I have a lot of practical experience with Vim. I've been using Vim or like editors with Vim keyboard shortcuts for like 7-8 years. But I would say that I also have really horrible habits when it comes to Vim. I do a lot of things that are not probably not good habits, and so I'm interested in this because I think it might help me fix some of those things. We'll see, right? I don't know how many of these I'm going to get through, but let's just hop into one. So this one, intro to Vim. Oh, so this is like this is just like an intro from the author. Okay, so I'll maybe come back and watch this a different time. Let's get into the actual lesson. Okay, so it says basic navigation. In Vim, you can navigate with the keys H, J, K, L. Try moving your cursor over the % character with those keys. Delete it by pressing X once you've highlighted it. Looks like there's a little typo here, X, once you've highlighted it. Okay, and it looks like this is kind of how this course works. So I'm just going to click in here. So basically you have a timer here on the left-hand side, and then you have your attempts. So there's going to be, it looks like 20 times I need to do this. And then my average, which is how long it's taking me when the timer's running, I'm going to run up that average. So it just says here, so there's H, J, K, L, right? So I'm going to press H, nothing happens, L, J goes down and K goes up. So H and L are your left and right. So I'm just going to come here. I'm going to press J and then L. And then once I get here, I'm going to press X. Right. And so that counts as my attempt. It says my average is 32 seconds. Maybe I'll try and speed that up, and I'll just keep doing this. So, I actually messed that up a little bit by pressing X a few times. But you can see the idea here is you're going to start to get better and better at navigating using the Vim shortcuts. So I'm literally using the Vim keyboard stuff here in browser and just slowly coming through and, trying to get my average down. Maybe just to make things a bit faster, I'll try and eat a little bit with some better navigation, which I imagine I'll get taught like how to navigate between words and stuff like that. But the idea here is that like you can learn this stuff by actually just like kind of muscle memory of, using HJKL, for instance, or I imagine like other things that will be in here. So that's pretty cool. I like that style. I think frankly, even as someone who makes videos, I think that like sometimes there's something to be said for certain kinds of learning where you like just have to go do the thing. And especially when that comes to like keyboard stuff, right? So anything where I need to like learn keyboard shortcuts and stuff, I really need to do it myself. I had this exact thing with video editing yesterday where I was like, I could read a big list of keyboard shortcuts, or what's going to probably be better for me is like if I just go find what the shortcut is for things I need to do and then start doing them. So hopefully this thing, is kind of a good introduction to like someone telling you what those specific keyboard things you need to learn are. So anyway, you finish your first lesson, you're on your way to being effective with Vim. Let's hop into the next lesson, though I also could have stayed and and just kind of continued working on that exercise. So this is command basics. Most commands can be extended by using the format number command. So pressing 5J will move your cursor down 5 spaces. 3L will move you 3 right. Delete the percent symbol. It will appear vertically in multiples of 5 and horizontally in multiples of 3. And so what's going to happen here is so I just deleted these first 2. And so now I have something on line 16. So that's 15 lines down, right? And so what I could do is I could say 5J, 5J, 5J. That moves me down 5 lines 3 times. So that's 15, right? Same one here. I'm going to say 3L, 3L. That's going to move me 6 spaces forward, and I'll press delete. Again, 3L, delete. 5J to go down, 3L, 3L, 3L. So it's getting me in the habit of, learning that I can extend commands by doing numbers. This is kind of funny. This is literally the way that I navigate Vim now all the time. I just do 10J, 10J, 10K, up and down 10 lines. And I've literally taught like classes and stuff like that where people have watched me use Vim, and it will drive them nuts if they know how Vim works, because there's much more efficient ways to do it. But this is a great example of like, for a certain kind of person, like me, when I learn a thing, I'm just basically going to like roll with it. And I'm sure there are better ways of doing it, but I rarely do them. And that's why I'm excited about something like this course, where I think it could probably teach me better ways to do things. For instance, if I'm on lesson number 2, and that's like the most complicated form of Vim navigation that I've ever done, I would guess that like there's better ways to do it for sure. Cool. Okay, so second lesson is complete. Vim's going to be easy for you in no time. Next lesson, or I want to keep practicing here. So I'm going to just say that, and then I'm going to actually go back to a lesson. So let's take a look at the rest of the lessons here. One thing that I noticed is that it doesn't appear like your status of doing the lessons is tracked yet. As far as I know, since I follow the guy Kenneth who made this on Twitter, I'm pretty sure this is like coming now, like it's in development and will be probably shipped probably by the time this video comes out, honestly. So just keep in mind that that's a thing if you bought it on like launch day or something like that, but for most people that probably won't be a huge factor. Let's go into something like select. So let's look at a medium difficulty lesson. So visual mode is what we're going to be talking about. It's how you select text in Vim. You can enter visual mode by pressing V while in normal mode. And to go back to normal mode, press escape. So I'm just going to hop in here. I'm going to say visual mode, and then, so that's going to be V, and then I'm going to press W to just hop through these words here. And then I'll just press X. I'm going to assume I did that right, though maybe I need to delete this one too. Yeah, okay. So remove the first sentence in the string. So go to the first congrats by pressing W. So I'm going to go to congrats, enter visual mode, and then go to the exclamation point by pressing E to go to end of word repeatedly. So remove the first sentence in the string. So I just selected everything there. And now I'm going to press D to delete, which is, okay, so I think that was supposed to be X, not D. So that's a bug report I should kind of file there. So again, I'll come down here. So remove the first sentence in the string, go to the first congrats. Oh, I should do it the right way. By pressing W, enter visual mode, go to the end of the word. So this is the same thing again. Same thing here. So I'll do it the way they kind of suggest, which is visual mode, delete these lines. This is kind of tricky because I think that like this is, it's hard. Like I'm guessing it kind of checks for like matching on your text or whatever, which is a little tricky to, and see that time it worked to kind of figure out. One, I guess 2 things I would say maybe would make this a little bit easier would be like maybe some better like thing on the side or something like that said like, hey, this is kind of what this should look like. Like it's an example that is not the answer, but it is similar enough that I can like reason in my head, like mine should look something like that at the end of it. I think would probably make it a little easier for these more complex examples for me to like understand what the end state should look like. Like for instance, should there be like a new line here, or should it just like, it's hard to tell like the exact formatting. The other thing I would probably also change is right when I finish something, just to show you another example. So right now I'm on attempt 5 on the left-hand side. You can see that. If I come down here and let's say I just delete all of this, and then I deleted that. Okay, so you see how it jumps straight to attempt number 6? I think what would be easier or would make me, it's kind of like startling, that's a little dramatic, but like for lack of a better word, like when I complete one of these, it just jumps immediately to the next exercise. And I think even like a little interstitial of like, you did it, you know, congrats, like a like 1 or 2 second thing. It's like, you got it correct. You know, I think that would help a lot because honestly, like, especially when the example is exactly the same, it almost kind of looks like a UI, like reflow kind of thing. Another alternative to that would be like just changing each attempt, have it be slightly different, even like just changing the variable names or something like that here. So yeah, I think that's kind of what I would expect there. Cool. So imagine this would take me a long time to finish that. So let's go just hop back and look at the lessons. Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of a basic look at like how it works. Overall, I think this is super cool. I think this is a really cool and smart way to teach stuff like this. I imagine that the author could literally just like flip this into like an Emacs thing or something like that. Like there's so many different things you could do. And I really like the interactive format of it. I think that is super interesting. I believe that this is like part of a SaaS product that the author made to allow other people to make this kind of course, which I think is super cool. Clearly a bunch of other things that can be added here in terms of like different Vim commands and like specific exercises that maybe aren't tied to like learning a new command, but like, hey, this is an existing one. So I think that's super cool. If you're interested in checking this course out, it's just vim.so. It was featured on Product Hunt this week, which is why I reached out to him. Actually, I saw it on Product Hunt and thought it was super cool. It's going to teach you all of this stuff, like basic navigation and, you know, getting really fast at doing like rapid commands and stuff like that, which is super cool. And it's only $25, which is super reasonable, I think, especially I imagine there's going to be more courses and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll put a link to it in the description. Thanks to Kenneth for giving me a copy of it to kind of play around with. And I think it's super cool. You know, there's a few things that I think I imagine can be iterated on and stuff like that. So like I said, I'm just giving an honest review. This is not like sponsored or anything like that. I think this is really cool. And I think it'd be a great way for someone to learn Vim. So definitely recommend it. You know, I imagine it'll continue to get built on and stuff like that too. So hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, say hi. I'd love to hear from you. Maybe if you're learning Vim and you try this, let me know. Or if you're learning Vim in another way, let me know. I think Vim is like having a moment right now. I'll link to a newsletter that I wrote recently in the description as well on Vim. So teaching you the basics of Vim and like what to check out next to learn more. That was a pretty popular newsletter issue that I ran back in January. I'll put a link to that in the description. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it and see you in the next video.